Hey, what's good? This is Cadillaktrackz. Today's quick tip is 133. Today's quick tip is about machine duplicates. And it might take me a second to explain exactly what this is, but I'm talking about machine duplicates. As you know, my channel is all about machine, so I use machine a lot. And I'm all about quick tips, but this is something I just found out yesterday, and it's a big problem for me, and I wanted to address it with everybody. So today's quick tip is about machine duplicates. And now what I mean is that anytime that you load up a sample into Maschine and you edit it, Maschine actually makes a duplicate of the sample and it saves it on your computer. It saves it in the same spot where it located the sample at. And now what I want to show you is an example here. So I went ahead and I have a sound right here and I have a drum kit. This is my folder where I save all of my drum kits from Maschine. I've already recommended to y'all that when you make a beat on Maschine or something, you should always save your drum kit with the samples and save it into a folder where it'll save the drum kit and it'll save the samples separately. That way, if your samples ever move or get changed or edited, it'll always be able to find the samples because they've been saved into this third-party folder, which will have all your drum kits that you've made also. But I have a folder right here. This is the test folder I wanted to show for this example. This is a hi-hat right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you this folder with the hi-hat in it. And I've opened up Maschine in standalone mode. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the sample, drag it in. So when you load up a sample and you drag it in like so, it'll load up like that. And anytime that you do editing to the sample, they call it destructive or non-destructive editing. All of these down here are non-destructive editing, meaning that it's gonna edit the sample and it's gonna save a copy of it. That way it doesn't have to destroy the sample or edit it at all. And I never knew that Maschine was doing that. So for example, if I was to hit normalize on this sample, a lot of times you'll see right here, you can actually see the difference because it puts a -1. And if I was to normalize it again, perhaps it would put a -2. And anytime you make destructive editing, it could be anything down here, fade out, normalize, truncate, and stuff like this. It's going to actually make a second copy of your file. And what I wasn't aware of is that it actually makes a duplicate on your computer. So if I go to my computer, you can actually see right here, on the computer, it's actually made 2 extra files in the background. And this is the machine duplicates. And anytime you make multiple edits, when you close Maschine, it'll only keep the last edit and it'll actually delete the other ones. But what this can do is it can create a problem because it's taking up space because it's making multiples of your sounds. And also, you know, with me, I have a custom drum kit that I use and I browse sounds from. And what it was doing is it's actually placing this duplicate inside of my drum kit. And it might be doing the same thing with y'all and everybody who's actually bringing samples into Maschine. You might be bringing them in from the browser or from Fruity Loops. And when you bring them in and you do editing to them, it's actually making a duplicate and saving it on your computer. And it's really not a good thing because with those duplicates on your computer, you know, your drum kits are actually going to start to have doubles in them or duplicates, and that's the problem I ran into. I started having duplicate sounds and I was browse through my sounds and I'd be playing the same sound twice. So I just wanted to share this with everybody, that make everybody aware that Maschine does do duplicates like that. The one way that you can stop it from doing a duplicate is basically by doing what I've already been doing, but just knowing that anytime you load up sounds right here, if you save with the samples, just like I've recommended, once the samples are saved into a folder, and I'll just show you for example, I'm gonna go here into this little folder that I have where I save my samples, and I wanted to save the group, so I just went ahead and I made a test group. So I'll go ahead and save this. It'll replace it over. Anytime you save a group with the samples like so, any edits that you do to the sample, well, now as you can see, I just went ahead and I pushed some edits and it went ahead and it made it to -6. If you go into the computer, you can see that these edits are now saved inside the folder where you saved your samples instead of actually saving it to your drum kit hard drive directory. So I just want to share that with everybody. This is quick tip 133. You don't want duplicates popping up in your drum kit library. And if you've already started to see them and you're wondering, why do I have all these duplicates in my drum kit library? It's because you haven't saved the samples in a separate folder. If you save the samples in a separate folder before you edit them, then any edits will go to that folder. But if you just bring the sample in like I showed you and you start to do the destructive editing or non-destructive, it's actually going to save a copy of that right there in the same folder where your drums are. So if you have a lot of drums and you're bringing them in and you're not actually saving the kits before you do any edits, you might start to see tons of duplicates popping up in your drum kit. It's really not effective, and you don't want to delete those because Maschine is going to need those when it comes back to loading up the beat. So the best thing that you can do is just go ahead and save your drum kit before you do any edits. That way all of the edited files will be saved in that same folder where the drum kit is, and it won't affect your current library. So you won't have any duplicates or doubles in your current library drum kit. Alright, I hope I explained it well enough for everybody, and I hope I shed some light if you didn't know that Maschine's actually making duplicates and saving them on your computer hard drive. Until next time, I'll make sure you check out my other quick tips. Also check out the custom MK3 template. It's the template I sell where you can use Maschine to control Fruity Loops. This is quick tip 133, Maschine duplicates. Boy.